We're trying this again. Let's try that again. Wow, is this ever a wide angle? I mean, holy smokes. Hey, Robin's Nest. How are you, darling? Tina Elliott, read us that. Let me put on live chat here. And let's hope we don't lose. See, when you guys went frozen, but last time I've been trying, a couple of times I've tried to do this and I lost my picture. You guys had the picture, but I couldn't see me talking to you, right? So, hello. I am, I got to take a couple of days off, guys. So I hope you don't mind if I put up the rest of those saving idea videos, because it was a lot. It's a lot to go down and visit for one day, but to visit for 3, it was a lot, even though everybody was mindful and they, Mel's folks had dinner for us on Friday night, except they did it at their church because it had a bathroom on the ground floor. Isn't that thoughtful? Like, what lovely people. Please let me know if my mic kicks in and out, because that was a problem with this webcam before. And that was a problem for it before. And I just want to make sure, because I've ordered a new webcam. Like I'm in a bit of a fibro fog right now. All good with the sound so far. Hey, Just Mom Jammin'. All right. Thank you, Linda. Hi, Alice, Sheila, Jewel, Karen, the Squirrely Prepper. Hi, Jane Gressel, Susan Fain, Lacey Black, Lori Lazorma Chesney, Terry McKinney. How's everybody doing today? I'm in a lot of pain, and I'm really, really exhausted. I'm really exhausted. So, I'm not making any videos for the next day or so. I just am going to rest. I've got to vacuum. I want to sweep. My dishes were caught up before we left, but I want to, and I want to relax for the next couple of days, because planting time is getting close. It really is. And I take you out to show you the table, but I'll do an update soon, because I've transplanted some tomatoes and some of those little tiny wild strawberry plant bushes. And hey, JM, how are you? Rosie Bernard, Frida Cassidy, Julie Johnson McGee. It's been a minute. Oh, that's lovely. You've been doing so much. But, I did good, though, right? Like I said, Mel's parents had dinner for us at the church, but it was so much fun, because we had this great big hall all to ourselves, and the high chair had a 5-point harness and wheels on the feet. So Arthur and Bubba had a wonderful time, just zing, 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 zing. I got video of him just going by and high-fiving everybody as he goes by. We're going to start calling him Mr. Andretti. So my seedlings have been through hell this year. My cat puked and ran through them. I replanted them, and he walked through them again. Oh, no. Yeah, children must have play, right? Children must have play. And, the only thing that would have been better is if Briar had been there with us. But that was Friday. We visited Friday morning. I had a nap. And I'm telling you, I'll never deal with Motel 6 again. I will never deal with Motel 6 again. We've been to Arizona. We've driven to Arizona twice and back. And we Motel 6'd it the whole way there and back, with Mom and with Nan and Briar with us. When it was just me and Howie, we Motel 6'd it all the way. And now they're telling us And that was after our bankruptcy. So we were still using prepaid credit cards. So they, you know, we had no problem. So when we booked the Motel 6, at least 3 weeks ahead, Howie told them that he was booking with a prepaid debit visa, and that he would be paying with a debit visa. Now this is Easter weekend, right? We get there. Oh no, we don't take prepaid visa or a debit visa. You're kidding me, right? And we're sitting in the parking lot, and I'm doing a scathing review, live review on Our Half Acre Homestead. And I looked at next door, and the next door was the Quality Inn. So I said, piss on it, I'll try them. I said, try that. I phoned them, and they said, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Absolutely no problem. It was a little more expensive, but guess what? They saved our butt. We could only get, it's a good thing Briar didn't come with us, because if he'd have come with us, we normally get 2 beds anyway. And Howie and I would have slept in one and given Briar the other, right? But the Quality Inn, being Good Friday of the Easter weekend, only had one available, and it was a king-size bed. I went, done. Let's do it, right? So then we signed in there, and Gracie and I had a nap. Oh my God, she's so funny. What? No, well, maybe, because the last time we did it, they took it, right? But after all the business we've given them over the years, and they left me hanging on Good Friday. Not gonna, after we reserved and verified that they would take the debit visa, right? We verified that before, and then they left us standing in the parking lot on a long weekend Friday. No, that just doesn't work. So hey, Becky, how are you? Oh, I was hopping mad, and then so we get to the motel, and then Howie goes over to help Arthur with some drywall and leaves me to have a rest, right? So Gracie lays on the corner of the bed after Howie leaves, and she's so totally focused on that door, right? I put a picture of it on Facebook. But the thing was, I said, it's okay, Gracie, he'll come back. Come and lay down with Mom. She didn't want it. Come on up here and lay down with Mom. So she came up, had a snuggle with me. And as soon as she felt me start to really relax, she got up, she went back to the corner of the bed, and she stayed there until I got up. Because there was activity in the hallway, like quiet activity, but there was activity in the hallway, right? So the sound is still good, but your mouth is slightly off from the video, just ever so slightly. Well, I got nothing. I can't do anything about it. And I have a new I wonder what the gas prices are today. Today is April 1st, and our carbon tax goes up 23%. And it doesn't just go up 23%. Everything that has to deal with gas or home heating fuel goes up. Okay, so let's put it this way. 23% on gas. And then the truckers that deliver, like the farmers that are have to harvest or whatever, use their machinery to prep the ground, whatever the case may be, whatever happens that they do this year will go up 23%. And then when the trucks have to be, put to the distribution center, it goes up. And then when it goes from the distribution center to the trucks to the stores, it goes up. So and then the stores have to make their, so it's not just 23%. I bet you by the end of this month, everything will be up about 45-50%. Oh, the sounds in the hallway and Gracie. It was just quiet. She was just quiet. She just laid there, and she didn't growl, nothing. So then Howie came and picked me up, and we went for dinner at the church. Beautiful. Mel's mom made a wonderful shepherd's pie and some gluten-free dessert, and we had a lovely visit. It was really nice. And Saturday morning, we went for the Easter egg hunt. And I had a problem because my mobility was just one trip down there and stuff like that. It isn't enough, right? But we go for the Easter egg hunt, and we meet Arthur and Mel there, and we pull up behind them, and they said, "Oh no, it's on the Crescent Street around the corner." So I said, "Oh well, we'll park over there." So we parked over there, and then Mel and Arthur walked up and didn't even see me get out of the truck, and they just walked away. And I'm thinking, what the hell? So I said to Howie, take me back over to where their car is. And because I don't know, maybe I misunderstood something, whatever, right? So I texted Arthur and said, where did you guys go? You walked right by me. And I sent it to both him and Mel. And Mel said we had to go and pay first, because I guess apparently every child gets registered, and they count the eggs. For every child that's registered, there's 12 eggs that they can collect, right? And the parents pay for those 12 eggs when they get there, right? So I'm looking at that. Mel said we had to pay, and I'm going, what? And I hear tap, tap, tap on my, because I was really sad. I'm thinking, I'm going to miss his first Easter egg hunt, you know? And I hear tap, tap, tap on my window, and it was Arthur. And he said, Mom, he said, we had to go pay. He said, it's just starting. And I said, oh, okay. So Daddy drove me around to the Crescent Street, and the whole Crescent Street was the egg hunt, from one end of the Crescent Street all around to the other end. And everybody's lawns had Easter eggs, or, you know, they had them on the lawns, you know, in the crotches of the roots of the tree, under bushes, and every child was allowed 12 eggs. And so I got a little video of him picking. Once he figured out that, you know, there was eggs hiding, off came the mittens, and it's like boom, boom, boom. He got like 8 eggs all on his own. Well, we pointed a couple out to him. But and then when that was over, I gave them all a kiss and said, we're going to Port Hope. And I'll be doing a live on Cooking with Cannabis, because I have a story to tell. Hey, Patricia. So we went to, we were going to look at a trailer for Howie. Like, he needs remember we bought the trailer for the race car, and back a couple of months ago, and Howie decided it wasn't what we needed. So he put that up for sale. He sold it, and we were going to look at another trailer, and it didn't work out. But we're on our way. We were taking the number 2 highway from Kingston to Port Hope, because we're going to look at a trailer, and then we're going to go take Mom and Karen out for lunch in Port Hope. So on the way to looking at the trailer, which didn't work out, we went to Port Hope, took the number 2 highway the whole way. It was lovely. Went to Port Hope, got Mom and Karen met us at the restaurant. We had lunch. And then we went back to Mom and Karen's place for about an hour and had a visit. And of course, Mom gave us presents from, you know, stuff. She gave Howie some suspenders and a chocolate bunny, and I got a blouse, and it was really lovely. It was a lovely visit. And then on our way back, we took the number 2 highway again, because on our way through, we realized we went through the reservation near Shannonville, the Mohawk Reservation near Shannonville, and the gas was $1.29 a liter. Let me put that in perspective. In Chelsea, where I usually gas up, it was $1.59. So on our way back from Port Hope, we stopped at the res and gassed up the truck, and I went into the medical store, and that's going to be a story on Cooking with Cannabis right here shortly. I'm going to go live on there. So we filled up the car. That was the truck. That was the deal of the day. We filled up the tank, and then we went back to Kingston, finished the trip to Kingston. They'd already had supper, and Bubba was getting ready for his bath. So we went over to because Mel is still and Bubba are still staying at her mom and dad's place while Arthur finishes the renovations. So we went over to visit Arthur at the house because I hadn't seen what had been done so far. And what I bought at the Madable store kicked in, and that was another adventure. Then we went back to the motel and ordered some Rooster Shack chicken, fried chicken, and had dinner and went to bed. But what bothered me the most was all night, there must have been a kids hockey tournament staying in the motel or something, because kids were running up and down our hall all night. And finally, at 3 o'clock in the morning, now I was sleeping naked, and that could be scary. So I said, I've had enough of this. I got up and Howie said, Bev, you're naked, eh? Don't scare the kids. I said, no. So I just opened the door a crack, and I said, hey, people are trying to sleep. Knock it off. Not a sound for the rest of the night. When we lived in Sunshine Homes, which was townhouses connected by a security hallway, and you had backyards and all that stuff, we used to call it Stalag 13. But the kids used to call me the hall police, because it's a security hallway, right? And you could open all the windows in the hallway for air, but the kids were just popping all the screens out and going in and out the windows. So I locked all the friggin' windows, right? And when they were running up and down the halls, I'd say, get out of the hallway. You don't even live in this building. Bugger off. And I'd lock all the windows. So, hey, Backyard in Bloom, how are you? I have to go check on the goats. Y'all have a great day. You too, Squirrely. Hi, Patricia. How are you? Flavina, hey. So, yeah. Hi, Sue. So, yeah, that was Saturday night. And so I didn't sleep well Saturday night. I slept really good Friday night. Like, even though I'd had a nap in the middle of the day, I slept really good Friday night. Did not sleep well Saturday night. We got up Sunday, went over to visit Mel and Arthur and Bubba at Mel's parents' place, and they were there. So we had a visit with them before they left for church, and we had our visit with Bubba, and then we hit the road home. Hey, Waldo! Hi, empty nester. Wow, it's been a few days since we seen you. How you doing, sweetheart? So that was my weekend. And on the way home, Howie stopped and bought a trailer. That he got a good deal on a trailer. He's got a couple of things. He wants to lengthen it a little bit, but he now has the money to do, because it has the proper weight axles, right? So the one he sold that we bought before, he made $100 on. Actually, yeah, he made $100 on it. So, he's got money now to do whatever he wants with that. Well, I'll tell you, Howie and I sleep in separate bedrooms now. He sleeps downstairs because I'm up more often than not. But between the drive, and I had taken some medication, right, on Friday evening. So between the fact that it was a really comfortable bed, it was really, really quiet, and Howie and Gracie were in the same bed with me. So I just felt totally at home and safe, right? And I said to Howie, I think I slept all night. He said, yeah, you did. He said, because you were dead to the world when I got up to go pee. So I slept like 7 hours straight, and that's a record. I haven't slept 7 hours in probably 10 years. I can't remember the last time I slept. I mean, 6.5 hours is a day to celebrate, right? But 7? No wonder I was like all gung-ho on Saturday, right? It's been a long time no see, I guess. Do you know what? Hi, Jackie. Do you know what Howie said to me last night? We were talking about um, how, things are getting nuts with meat, and you can't really trust the meat industry anymore. I'll never buy USA pork again from Costco because I found out that they're so huge because they are loaded with growth hormones, right? I'm also finding out that most of the vegetables that you buy in the store, if they're not organic, they actually have pesticides and stuff built right into the vegetables because they just keep using the same ground over and over and over again with fertilizers and pesticides. It's nuts. I really enjoyed my visit. I really, really enjoyed my visit. And I got some pictures that Mel took some pictures because while we were having our dinner in the church hall, well, we'd had our dinner and we were having our tea afterwards and stuff. And Bubba brought me the book, Good Night Moon. And that's the book I gave him for Christmas. Like Mel brought a bag with toys, right? A whole bunch of toys. But he brought me the book that I bought him for Christmas, Good Night Moon. And he actually stood there. I leaned down because I'm in a chair at a table in a hall, right? A church hall. So I leaned down and I read him the entire book except for the last 3 pages. That is a record also. He usually turns the pages or he wants to get to the end and talk about the pictures, but I don't know if it was my voice, but he made it to the last 3 pages of Good Night Moon. And Mel took some pictures. And he's looking at, and I look at there's 2 pictures. One, he's just looking at me mesmerized, right? And the other one, he's just grinning at me while I'm reading to him. And then on yesterday morning, Howie gets down on the floor with him because he knows I can't, right? So up for summer weekly organic veggie and organic meat boxes. Awesome. Hi, Alex. Everything is so expensive. The nurseries came out with their starter tomatoes and they're $9. Wait a minute. $9 for how many tomatoes? Is that like a box of 6 or a box of 12? So anyway, Howie's sitting on the floor, and they're trading, dried Cheerios and goldfish chips. Oh, and he got Friday morning, he had a couple of bites of that chocolate egg, and it was like, okay, that's enough, Mommy said, because he's like, nah. But hi, Helen. You should try to find out. Well, they are a specific mattress that they get for motels and hotels, right? So anyway, Bubba crawled into Howie's lap and he laid down in his lap like this. And I got a picture. It's a little faded because of this angle of the light, but it's going to get framed. It was just Bubba just laying in his granddad's arms, eh? $9. No way. Was it already have tomatoes on it or something? Were they gold friggin' plated? So I have 35 tomato plants. And I put my lights on timers for while we were gone, and half the timers didn't work. So my tomato plants had light all weekend. So I have 35 tomato plants. I have 24, 25, 26, 27 cabbage plants. So let me put this in perspective for you. I have 35 tomato plants. Half of them are Quebec 5s and the other half are Manitoba tomatoes. I have room for 12. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 at the most, right? Hey, Corey. Hey, Grandpa Paul. We had our grandson all weekend. Our son, which is his father, came for the weekend before he gets to Florida. Oh, that's awesome. So I have 35 tomato plants. Oh, I'll show you what they look like. They're going to get repotted again. They're going to get repotted again. Trust me. This is why I start them so early, because they come out nursery size by the time it's planting time. Oh, my knees. I just repotted these on Thursday. Look at them. I got 35 of these things. This is a Manitoba because there's nothing on it, written on it. So look at it. I'll put you over there for a minute, baby. Okay, Corey, you pay attention, all right? And I'm not doing the live tonight. I'm not doing the live Freaky Friday redo tonight. I just haven't got it in me. So it'll probably be Wednesday night. I'm saying this for the patrons. But it's too cold and no grow lights or anything. Hi, Jennifer. So I have 35 of these plants. I think 20 of them are Manitobas and 15 of them are Quebec 5s. They're both early tomatoes. This one is the Manitoba tomato is an early tomato, but my Quebec 5 is even earlier. So I'm just hoping it's not like a large cherry tomato. You're doing fine, Corey. We're all so proud of you because I know what's going on in your life, you know. And for you to start all over, you know, after 20 years in the same field or more than 20 years in the same field, we're so proud of you. Starting all over with a whole new career. Good for you, love. I have 650 starts so far this year, ranging from veggies to a ton of flowers. I refuse to pay that much for a plant. I spend half my time caring for them, but it'll be worth it in the end. Absolutely. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see the eclipse or not. And I'm not. Hey, Lynn Smith. Well, I think so I've got, and I transplanted another tray of celery out of that little tray. They're smaller than the rest because they've been stuck in that little styrofoam tray and not given a lot of room to grow. And they've been all tangled up. So I got another tray of celery. So I've got 35 tomato plants. I can only plant 12. I have probably 400 to 500 celery plants. And I'm probably only going to plant like 60. Right? I have 27 cabbage plants, Copenhagen early market cabbage. I can only plant 12. So I think what I'm going to do, how do you join patrons? Well, give me a second here. It is patrons. Okay, let me do this. Okay, wait a minute. View as. Okay. Here is the connected respectful hearts. Okay. It is. Now, because you asked, I'm going to do the spiel. I don't like people tipping me on YouTube, like in a live stream. Why? Because they take 45% of the money you give me. In other words, if you send me $10 in a tip, they take $4.50 of it. And I don't like your money being wasted. But for $5 a month US or $7.50 a month Canadian, you get me live 3 times a week. Usually. I did a live yesterday because I had a story to tell. But you get Mondays and Wednesdays, right? Usually at 4 in the afternoon. This Wednesday, it's going to be like a Freaky Friday. It's going to be a Wacky Wednesday because we didn't have it on Friday because it was Good Friday and I wasn't home. You also, on Monday and Wednesday live streams, can ask for a card reading. Now, I like people to keep their card requests down twice a month because it can get redundant and it can confuse things, right? But anybody who's a patron on them and comes in on a Monday or Wednesday for a live can have a card reading for free. That's just part of it, right? So you get unlisted live streams. You get a once a week, usually Freaky Friday. This week it'll be Wacky Wednesday, then Freaky Friday. And that's it. You know, it's not a huge deal, but I mean, most people say the payment alone each month is worth the 3 to 4 Freaky Fridays you get a month. So what happened to my thumb? You mean that? That's not ink. I'm trying to get my new printer to work and it doesn't like it. That's a lot of celery. So here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. I know I'm going to give, I haven't talked to Steffi. I don't know if she wants cabbage and tomato plants, but I think I'm going to do starter packages for folks and say, and, you know, give them 20 tomato plants. How many? 20 tomato plants, 4 cabbage plant, or not 20 tomato plants, 20 celery plants, 4 cabbage plants, and 4 tomato plants for $20. I think that's fair. You tell me what you think. Remember, that's Canadian too. No, I didn't get burnt again. That's just ink. It's just ink. And I'm gonna get my brain is so foggy that I can't even figure out how to work this printer. So I mean, I don't know. So no, I didn't get burnt again. So, and my strawberry plant, I have a roadside plant stand open for maybe 2 hours or so on a Saturday during rush hour. There ain't no rush hour on this road. The only rush hour you get on Saturday might be 4-wheelers going up and down the road. I'm in the hills, right? So, but I will put it on the local Facebook page and say, you know, you can have 20 celery plants or 24 celery plants because I got a lot of them. 24 celery plants, 4 tomato plants, 4 cabbage plants, $20. And I'm pretty sure once people start checking nursery prices, I'm like, what's that? Where's my phone? Let me see. Uh, 20 celery plants plus 4 plus 4 equals, that's 28 plants. No, that can't be right. Clear. All right, clear that. We got $20 divided by 28 plants. I had it backwards. So that's 71 cents a plant, but the celery would be cheaper, right? So maybe the tomato plants would be like $1 each. And then the celery plants are like, you know, 40 cents a piece kind of thing. I just bought a new Epson Echo tank printer and it wants me to register and it wants a credit card and I don't want to register it, but it doesn't want to work without it. I don't know. I'll just wait till Howie gets home. Hey, Mama Dukes. Hey, Mama Dukes. Anyway, so I came to tell you that I'm really sorry if you don't get a video for the next couple of days. I'm really going to just rest for a few days. I'm going to putter. I got to water my plants. I got to put away I got to wash our clothes and put away the stuff that we took with us, the stuff that Nan gave us to bring home, all of that stuff. Okay. and I got to vacuum and sweep and all that. And I'm just really, really, really exhausted. So is that an okay price, do you think? You shouldn't need to enter a credit card to register a printer. Well, they say they're not going to take anything. But I think if you, I don't know. I'm just going to wait till Howie gets home because maybe I'm not reading something right. You know what I mean? But listen, folks, I'm going to let you go now because for those of you who are with me on Rumble, I'm going to do this right now. Take the time to come on over to Rumble. I am going to put, okay, my channels. Oh, somebody, please, somebody, please join my Let's Talk channel because it's at 666 subscribers, and that just makes me uneasy. There is my Mrs. Wolfie Let's Talk channel. Here is my Cooking with Cannabis channel, which I'm going to be going on right shortly here in a live stream. Now, the live streams on Rumble do not necessarily, you don't get notified right away. Okay? You don't get notified right away. So if I'm telling you, if I'm putting it on Facebook, I'm going to say I'm going live on Rumble. You got to go over to Rumble and watch for it, right? On whatever channel it is. My next live stream is going to be on Cooking with Cannabis in about 15 minutes. Okay? So please, if you haven't seen me for a while on Our Half Acre Homestead, that could be because if every time I put out a video, and I put one out almost every day, if you don't at least like it or leave a comment, within days, you'll be bumped off my subscriber list. And people are going, but it says I'm subscribed. The bell is checked. If you haven't seen me in a while, unsubscribe, resubscribe, and check the bell for notifications. And please come on over to my Rumble channel, Mrs. Wolfie Let's Talk, and Cooking with Cannabis. If you're so inclined, please subscribe. I really need to grow that channel. Okay? This is Mrs. Wolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead saying, I love you guys. We'll see you soon, but I'm taking some time off. All right? Folks on Cooking with Cannabis, I'm going live in 15 minutes. I just got to get a cup of tea. Take care. God bless.